How to make him miss you like crazy. 9 secret ways to make any man miss you like crazy. This stuff is shockingly powerful. So this video is going to expose the secrets of how to make a man miss you like crazy. And I'm going to make it so that you don't have to worry about whether he's into you or not. You'll know because he'll miss you and you'll clearly know it. And I'm going to reveal an unusual combination of psychological triggers that actually make him miss you and have him thinking about you, craving you when you're not together, all that good stuff. So when you don't know how this works, what most women end up doing is they interrupt his process of missing you and they make him feel smothered without even realizing it, which pushes him away and makes him not able to miss you. Hey, it's Erin, your personal love expert, back again on the channel where we make men make sense. VixenDaily. If you want to know how to make him miss you, right, I'm ready right now in the comments while the intro plays. This video has been requested so many times, so I hope you guys enjoy. But before we dive into today's video, I have a very small favor to ask. If you like this video, if you like any of my videos, if you like anything about me, if you like what I'm wearing, if you like dating advice, give me a like, a thumbs up, give me a like, share, subscribe, tell people about it. Now let's dive right into number 1, trust him. So imagine you work for somebody who trusts you, who trusts your capabilities, who thinks that you're actually competent. Are you going to be better around them, or are you just going to be silently resenting them, not really wanting to be around them? Same thing with like a best friend who doesn't trust you or have faith in you. Why would you want to be around someone and long for someone who doesn't have faith in you? So when a man says he misses you, believe him. Don't think he's lying. And the way to make a man miss you, and a really simple how to make a man miss you action item, is he will miss you when you trust him and have faith in him. So now number 2, how to make a guy miss you. How to make him miss you is by using your mood as your love magnet. So how do you make a guy really miss you, and how do you make him miss you badly? When you're truly happy on the inside, it's going to shine outward, attract love to you, and set the emotional tone for the relationship. So the thing you're doing here is you're not looking to your relationship to make you happy. You're happy on the inside and you're letting your relationship kind of reflect that happiness back to you. Number 3, make a man miss you by having a very positive vibe. So how to make someone miss you is your positive vibe. It's similar to your mood, but more specifically, it's kind of a positive perspective on life. It's practicing gratitude, being thankful for things. If you're not happy right now, the best thing to do is look at the world through the eyes of gratefulness and appreciation. So all the time, not just when it's easy, but when it would seem absolutely impossible. Try to be grateful. Try to look at things in the positive lens. It's a practice. It's an action item. It's a perspective that you can do as often as possible until it honestly becomes your normal everyday way of life. Look at the world only through the eyes of gratitude, and your happiness will skyrocket. And a lot of people say that it can help them with their anxiety and even depression. So number 4, make the bedroom time fun. Assuming that you guys have hooked up, make this a priority. Definitely, realize that you can cause a deeper connection. You can definitely make him miss you if you have this element. It's not the only thing, but it is certainly something to really be aware of and be aware of the impact. So number 5, tell him that he's had an impact on you. So you can tell him straight up, you told me XYZ realization and it made me realize X. So you told me how to start my car and I ended up with a flat tire and you saved my life. I was so scared and you made me feel so much better because I knew how to change my tire. Whatever it is, you told me about this song and now it's, all I listen to and it makes me feel so happy and nostalgic. Whatever it is, anything that he has done, no matter how small or big. Maybe you have a son and he took your son to the hospital when you were working. Something that is significant, something that says, hey, you've done this and it impacted me. Men love this. Men love to be validated this way and acknowledged, and it'll make him feel like he has purpose and he's contributing to your understanding or you. Number 6, be emotionally aware. Self-awareness is key to any relationship. relationship. So know who you are. Why? When you know who you are and you know your bad traits and your good traits, you know how to kind of compensate for your bad traits. You know your tendencies to have a plan for how to deal with, let's say you're really needy or really jealous, right? You can admit it to yourself. Hey, I'm a jealous lunatic. Not saying you're a jealous lunatic, just kind of throwing that out there as like something that some people are. Some people are truly jealous, not something they can control, just can't handle it. Obviously, that mental jealousy can drive someone crazy, but try to look at that as something that you deal with, but kind of recognize that it's irrational, kind of like a phobia, for example. I have some weird phobias that I know are insane, but I still feel them. It doesn't mean that I act on them. I kind of force myself to say they're not real. And honestly, I don't think that jealousy is any different. It's a mental, irrational fear. It's almost a phobia. It's this exaggerated thing in your mind that you can't handle. Or maybe you get really needy, or maybe your bad trait is that you jump the gun. You want to commit really fast. Maybe you want to just lock things down. Maybe you have a tendency to over check up on him. Maybe you need to spend tons of time. Whatever your thing is, identify these things and have a practical plan for how to handle them. He's not going to miss you if you're doing these specific behaviors where you come off as desperate. So what you want to do is look at anything you do, your tendencies. Everyone has relationship tendencies, and identify them. That's the step to really getting rid of them. You're not going to be able to just stop yourself from thinking these things. You can think them, but then realize that's not real. Let the thought just disappear and happen, but don't feed into it as if it's reality. That's what I'm trying to explain here. Self-awareness is identifying what you are, the good and the bad. Also look at the good in you. Look at what your good traits are. Take the time right now in the comments to write to me what your best trait is, or best traits, and your worst in terms of relationship patterns. Let me know in the comments, and I think it's helpful for us to share as a community and talk about these things because we all have them. The thing about being self-aware too is that when you're self-aware, people can feel that energy. You have a certain calm inner strength and inner clarity that people are gravitated toward. And when you are self-aware, you can give a guy space, you can give a guy room to breathe because you understand that it's not about you, it's about him too. Self-awareness means that you have to respect other people and that they have their own subjective truth. You know your subjective truths about who you are, what you're like in a relationship, your preferences, etc., etc. You know your good traits. So good traits, just to give you some examples, are things like you're very caring, you're very considerate. When your partner's sick, you'll take care of them. You'll go out of your way for other people, or whatever it is. Put yourself in reality and look at who you are and try to emphasize your good traits. Really focus on those, bring those out, and then try to have a plan for dealing with your negative tendencies that will just self-destruct your relationship. Number 7 is help him grow and also grow with him. So men want to be with a woman who they become better when they're with than without. So support his drive. Talk about things that interest both of you. Now, supporting a man's drive is going to be something that is across the board important, but I'm going to mention that in just a moment and really describe what that means. But supporting his drive is a great way to help him grow and to grow with him as well. Number 8 is give him space. So giving guys space is a key part of how to make a man fall in love with you. Most women cheat themselves out of experiencing love. Why? Because they interrupt a man's process of falling in love. Men fall in love in your absence. So they're away from you. They miss you when they're alone. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Absence makes a guy miss you. Absence, give him space. That's where men process their emotions. They deal with stuff in private, whether it's their emotions or falling in love, whatever it is. That's what you need to give a guy space to fall in love with you and stay in love with you. And when you're giving a guy space, you focus on yourself and living your own happy life that you love. Now, I want to make one point clear. Think about when you miss someone. Do you miss them when they're right in front of you? Do you miss them when they're calling you? Do you miss them when you receive 400 text messages from them? Or do you miss them when you have such a great time together, you feel so good around them, everything is so positive and the mood is great, you're growing together, you're talking about good things, and then they're all of a sudden gone. If you've heard the saying, you don't know what you've got until it's gone, think about why that exists. Think about, why we all feel this, oh, I long for my ex when they're gone. Why is it when they're gone? Why is it when we have this feeling that they're gone that we miss them? It's because you can only miss somebody when they're not always there. If you're always readily available, he won't be able to miss you. Why would he? If he was literally constantly texting you, always, let's say he was always texting you, always coming over, always making plans, you could not be away from him. No space, no room to breathe at all, zero. Do you really think you could miss him? Why would you miss him? He's always there. So realize that space is essential and is the heart of what makes someone miss you. You miss someone when you're not around them, when you don't hear from them. Number 9 is support his drive. As I mentioned, drive is very important. How do you do this? You watch what makes him excited, motivated, fired up. You watch what deflates him, kills his mood and motivation. You watch what keeps his drive high. You support that. You help shield him from what kills it. The truth is, when a man feels like you support his drive, he literally feels you understand him, and then this is an addicting feeling for men. This is going to make him definitely miss you because he definitely wants to feel inspired. So these are very connected. And when he feels like you support his drive, he's going to feel like you make him the best man he can be, that you bring out his best, and that you essentially complete him because you actually know how to support him. You have the secret sauce of what supports him, and that's the real secret to make your man miss you, because you will be shocked at how much he'll appreciate when you support his drive. It's extremely powerful, and you can start doing it immediately. A man will miss this feeling that you give him when you know how to support his drive. This is one of the most important things above anything else, other than maybe mood and space, when it comes to making a man miss you. But everything I've mentioned in this video is important. So all of these in combination are going to be the most significant psychological boost that you can possibly have to make a man miss you a lot. Don't be surprised if he literally starts saying he misses you and, wants to spend a lot of time together. When you can do all these things in sync, you're going to be extremely successful in making him miss you like crazy. And it works with every man. These are all psychological things that are designed to make any man miss you. So be sure to hit like and comment on this video with your thoughts on this topic, and share this video if you found it helpful, and give it a like because it really helps me out and lets YouTube know to recommend it more, and subscribe for more love advice so you can get to have the love life that you really want. And I will see you next time.